If it ain't bro, I say no, we don't play that. I'm in my house like a boss, recline, puffing on the sticky green, sipping on me some wine. I made it out the hood and I'm feeling real good about it. Riding in the Benz, trying to pull the wood about it.
Sumoworld Radio, man, we back on. Y'all know what time it is. H-time. It's Friday. It's a good day, man. I got a special guest coming in the building today. Somebody who y'all know to love and support along with myself. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing out there? Thank y'all, everybody, for tuning in like y'all always do about this time. Synergy Radio Network. We got AJ on the boards as usual. The voices in the building also, man. It's a good day, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're going to run a little music for y'all that y'all vibe in. You know, we ain't going to start it off with just, you know, rugged with you. But, you know, I'm vibing on this Gwen Stefani right now. Featuring my boy Slim Thugger from H-Time. You know what I'm talking about? Slim Thugger. Huh. Almost.
We're hooked up with the love 'cause we grow it. Cha-ching. We got hydroponic love and we're smoking. Cha-ching. We're born it, you and I, we are solid. We're so rich in love, we're rolling in cashmere. Got it in fifth gear, baby. Diamond in the rough is looking so
right, here we go. Let's go.
Smoker, get your smoke on. Bowler, get your roll on. Griner, get your dough on. Blower, get your flow on. Haters, get your head buzzed. Players, drinking purple stuff. Boat, that ain't purple enough. Gallon, too much. Boss, get your boss on. Blouse, get your blouse on. Thugs, represent your home. For show, till the day you gone. House, get major bread. Outlaw, shaking big. Hole, giving major. Big pillar, my dog keep players, man. My house, haters, prayer, man. Die peace, sayer, man. Make me major. H-time, top droppers, who you ride out. You better hide. If you're scared, don't slide out. This one for my gangster, and this one for my hustler, and this one it's never for the buster.
This is for my gangsters.
This one for my thugsters.
This one for my SH.
What's that?
Street hustlers.
This is for my gangsters.
This one for my thugsters.
This one for my SH.
What's that?
Street hustlers.
What it do is Paul Wall, keep playing this fly. My 24s ain't fit, so I gave them to T.I. I'm on 23s. When I pull up, they gas, but you on 17s. When you pull up, they laugh. I'm number one in the draft, riding taller than a giraffe. Police officers pull me over and ask for my autograph, 'cause they know that I'm paid in full. They know that I'm color changed. They know my mouth got ice like the Alaskan terrain. When you see me in the club, I'm with Chameleon and Twin. Chameleon's buying a hypnotic, Twins buying a hen. It's 21 to drink, but it's 22 to get in. But we ain't talking about the age, we talking about the real.
And keep players from the state text. We treat plex like great sex. Look at my dresser, and I bet you gon' see where we latex, but not the rubber. As Thugger or ESG, and you'll discover that I'm not Brandy's little brother. I'm as gutter as a gutter. They love the way the candy color. Steady switching to another. Keep so much heat under the seat, my starch is sticking to the butter. Rap fans wanna dab pins, 'cause they know how we stack grams. But haters don't want no heat like this beat. We Pac-Man. Cool.
This is for my gangsters.
This one for my thugsters.
This one for my SH.
What's that?
Street hustlers.
This is for my gangsters.
This one for my thugsters.
This one for my SH.
What's that?
Street hustlers.
ESG with the big sympathy. Put it down with that G2. Key players, boss house. No for rolling candy blue. Outside, look at my mouth. Remind you of Crush Ice Cube. Got something to handle, dude. Excuse my attitude. Heard my name was mentioned in the Soul's magazine. Ain't hating on your flip, but tell the world who the king. But hell with being the king, I'm addicted to stacking green. Got a set of 24, cut the roll like guillotine. Don't you mean like GT, Steve Knight? When they in the mix, me and
This one for my thugsters.
This is for my BA. What's that? Baby hustlers. This is for my gangsters.
This one for my thugsters.
This is for my BA. What's that? Baby hustlers. I'm the first young kid out that south side. Don't look in my mouth. Don't look in my rock. Guaranteed diamond shining, looking like a chandelier. I'ma freeze up your wax when I whisper in your ear. I'm 16. Got to stack my green. Slim Thug and ESG. Boss hog is sitting me. Girls like to scream my name when I'm swinging down the lane. Watch me chop up your block like I was a hurricane. Houston, Texas, tell me how you feel. I'ma go double black and make me a meal. Got to pay my bills just to stay on my feet. 3 badass cats, shredding that Batman beat. T2, putting it down for that short stop. When I'm out on stage, I give it all that I got. It's a must. Them boys that hate, I should not trust. This is for my BA. What's that, baby hustlers? This is for my gangsters.
This one for my thugsters.
This is for my BA. What's that, baby hustlers? This is for my
Slim Thug, Michael Watts, Swisher House and Boss Hog. Bring it down like this, baby. This before the capper. We getting ready to get our shine on. I got drank by the pint, drove by the pine. Headed to the capper and the boss top down. Slim Thug bout to climb when I hit that G-time. If you love me, you gon' smile. If you hate me, you gon' frown. Cause me and my boss hogs in the big L dogs. Glass foes pulling holes up and down the seawall. Crawling clean on the scene with a cup full of lean. Candy blue dropping screens when I swing, fuck a cop. Cause if I see a bop, I'ma stop. And if the bitch qualifies, she can hop in my drop. But a bitch can't talk to us if she wasn't fucking. You either be body or look and keep trucking. That's my clique motto when we up in the place. We don't want no pussy, we wanna fuck some face. Run trains on your brain, we throwed in the game. Let me see your tongue ring. Don't show no shame, you bring sand to the beach. Not this week, we gon' take your bitch and make your bitch a freak. Put that hoe under my sheets, make her eat my meat. She getting beat in my suite while you out on the street. Now that's deep, we getting licks, we do.
It's the big type, it's the big type, it's the big type on the mic, get rolled. It's the big type on the mic, get rolled. It's the big type, it's the big type, it's the big type on the mic, get rolled. It's the big type on the mic, get rolled. Man, I need cash, I need glass, I need grass. I might walk to your hoe and just grab on her ass. I'm a crook from the block with the dreams of a jock. Bitch, respect my mind, I'ma still run the rock. My drum waves in the pop, cause I keep it in a lock. So go game like a mouth. I got hoes by the block, body rockin' on jock like I'm a fat two-pop. Make the BEL hop while the rims chop sideways like a wop. I be spinning like the top, bustin' like a clock. I ain't never gon' stop. Up in Texas, we act bad. 20 inches on the jag, crease pants with a sag. Representing our flag. We got dust, we got X, we got weed, and it's cheap. You can catch us in the 6, treating it like a Jeep. Screens on when I creep. I got cheese on my beef. Don't get your ass put to sleep. I hit the corner like a sweep. I'm a hacker ass, Mike, roll glass. This the Mr. Master, and I keep a G-stand. I'm a hacker. Man, fuck them other niggas, cause I'm dying for my niggas. On the gun bank with the local drug dealers. Ask me where my hard hitters, I bring it to the bricks. When niggas poppin' pills, sippin' syrup, smoking sticks. I hit the I-10, H-Town and Lafayette. I'm swishing high boys, then earn their respect. Body full of tats, nigga, fire full of gold. It's Lil Mario out that dirty 44. And when I hit your set, I got 100 niggas with me. 3-time losers coming out the penitentiary. I'm smoking sticky green on my way to New Orleans. Shit, I pop a X sauce, shit, I drink some green. They better ride with the yoke, cause I'm going to the top. First nigga flex, first nigga to get shot. See them niggas over there trying matter what, lean mug. Don't let my size fool you, bitch, you will get hugged. I'm busting that. Drink up in my cup, man, hold up. It's the big tyke, I got swangers on the truck. Baby expedition, spun my tuition. Got the partners hooking up, crack in the kitchen. Crack in the kitchen, Lil' Raw's on the mission. Break the boys out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my neck, yo, my trunk crack. Break the boys off, it's like this and like that. This is like that. I'ma go long. This is just the boy, I can go off in the zone. Can't stay gold. I'ma stay real. Coming down with my mind on dollar bill. On dollar bill. Got to pop the pill. I'ma show my ass, I'ma make a damn meal. I got skill. What's a hold the mic? What's up, Lil Ron? What's up, Lester? Nice to tight. What's up, Lester? What's up, Ron? It's the tight. I came down, Ricky Shop on the mic. Like that boy White. Might Frost a yacht. I'ma act like Lil Cat. Give it all I got. On this track. Fifth gon' relax. I'ma come through. I shoot a three like the packs. I can go hard. I can go harder. I came down, I done had a little daughter. I can go harder, gotta switch a house starter. Mama got mad cause I mashed on the daughter. I'm a damn burner, I'm a four-swinger turner. It's the Now it's time for our feature presentation. DJ Michael Watts. I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get they ones, I'm trying to get them ends. 1 million, 2 million, 3 5 takes in 1 year. 40 million more. What's up, baby? It's your boy Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Putting it down, Swisher House. Say if y'all down with the house like y'all say, y'all hit up them reading them out. When I raise up my chain, see Swisher House. I'm Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Jones to the dick a hold down and make a walk home. My album, Who is Mike Jones coming soon? My album, Who is Mike Jones coming soon? I can't lie. I know I say my name a lot, but y'all can't say I don't bring pain a lot. I sit on foes cause I swing a lot. Studiowood, no man, be my hanging spot. I got no time for hating. 418 shaking, kidnap Bug Bunny to Porcupine bacon. Man, yeah, I can spit metaphors, but I let Magno spit out the metaphors. Cause all I do is spit game, and all niggas brain. So y'all too can be like me and stack change. I swing lane to lane in a flip-flop drop. When y'all hear that bang, that's me coming up your block. I'm in Silsby, Texas, Tyler, Texas, flipping reckless in a new blue Lexus. I'm in Alabama, Louisiana, blowing dope, pouring the four in a Tropicana. I'm with DJ Casual in Mississippi, flipping Bentley, girls giving me hickeys. I let Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones, putting it down. Be on the lookout, first round draft picks. Like a pimp, I'm strutting up the block, rims cutting up the block. Rap don't work, I'm moving butter on the block, cause I'm a go-getter. Figure flipper, head buster, wig splitter, that'll fuck your bitch quicker than you, nigga. I'm Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones, who? What's your house?
Shake it, shake it.
Mike Jones,
Shake it, shake it.
who? Mike Jones,
Shake it, shake
who?
it.
Mike Jones,
Shake it,
who?
shake it.
Mike Jones,
Shake it, shake
who?
Big ball, shot calling, Swisher House, 2000. I'm big ballin', shot callin', boss hoggin', 22s crawlin', laptops ballin', never stallin'. Slim giving boys hell when they see I'm living well, it make them wanna chase mail. Outside 12, and I'm still spittin' classics. I get a beat and smash it. It's automatic, I put tracks in caskets. I'm killing the beat, I'm still in the streets. make $1 million a week. Drilling these freaks that chose to pop off my vein. I'm in the Hummer getting brain in the HOV lane. Puffin' some James, never handcuffin' the dame. I passed the free code to Rico, it's your turn, man. I'm a stunner, a hustler, a pimp, a player. Fuck Lee Brown, Mr. Slim Thug for mayor. Gia, I show you how to do this, son. Slim Thug, the boss man, raw as they come.
Mike Jones, Swisher House. 6 o'clock on the dot, got to get paid. Stone for stone, can't go minimum wage. Gotta hold my name, clothes out the clean. 22 inches on the XB. Got to look good, got to look fresh. Hopped out the shower, back gets across my chest. Hold 5 hands, Lamborghini cans. In 21 years, I knocked down 4 Grammys. I like to ride loud, candy colors on cutters. I know you can't believe it, but the inside is butter. Billy pill sagging, Billy wagon, kid dragging. I got more fire than Bruce Lee the Dragon. Me and T. Paris hopped in the hum. Where's Lil Walter? Where is the hum? Back on the mission. Expedition flipping. You stacked up some cash, don't stop, keep flipping. You stacked up some cash, don't stop, keep flipping. You stacked up some cash, don't stop, keep flipping. Where's T Flowers? What is Jamar? Got 4 weeks, so let's start a free party. In Bacardi, play 'em like a tar. Just in my nature, that Mike Jones was started. Red bar from Rap-A-Lot. I see you coming through in the Escalade on 22. Wearing FUBU, maybe J Prince. I've been putting it down for H-Time ever since Scarface first came. Candy brain pain, got a purple drop of screens. Call it Purple Rain.
Magno, a.k.a. Magnificent, the Rookie of the Year.
Swisher House, 2000.
It's Magno, peep the picture for the 3rd time. I'm the coldest nigga that you ever heard rhyme. Besides that, I'm good with the ladies, and you would look good in Mercedes, so hop in.
I got drank by the pint, drove by the pine. It's 2002, and it still go down. Headed back to the Kappa, still foes in the depth of Mr. Slim Thug, the Blow Pro rapper. I got a caramel model shaped like a Coke bottle. On our 4-5, mashing on the coupe throttle. We gon' shut the wild down. I said it and I meant it. Best believe them boys in blue gon' represent it. Never tripping out the laws. We gon' move the crowd when we come through swinging with the beat up loud. Oh, this year, baby, I'm the boss. I got candy and chrome on everything I floss. Still wrecking with the house, it ain't no love lost. Me and Watts getting money while these haters fall off. Sitting on the sideline, they should've stayed down. Ain't shit changed but the time since back in 99. Still getting what's mine, still on the grind. Making big dollar signs and I'm still unsigned. You can't knock number 1 requested from the boppers. Only rapper in Houston, riding on some don't stop us.
See, I headed to the Cap on both points. Watch me ball up and down the seawall. See, I headed to the Cap on both points in the depth. I hate no slapper in the Blow Pro rapper. See, I headed to the Cap on both points. Watch me ball up and down the seawall. Wish I house. See, I headed to the Cap on both points in the depth. I hate no slapper in the Blow Pro rapper. See, all my hustling and grinding paid off. Now I hit the Kappa with lack of top raised off. Nigga Mike Jones, through the wood and off. Man, I hit the Cap on 84 so I can swing lane to lane. Niggas talk down on me, tryna front and clown on me. Hoes that didn't want me, cause they know I'm the shit. Bitch, I'm a paper stacker, ass stacker, dime piece stacker. If you ain't heading to the Cap, then Playboy, I'll holla at you. Cause I'm on.
Sumoworld Radio, we back, man. We got some legends in the building, man. Guaranteed to stay grinding the way they do and do their thing, man. I got OGs in the building. I got people that I grew up respecting, watching, do it in the game. You know what I'm saying? Boogie, why you so far over there, man? You gotta come on over. Oh, Yeah, you got to get on in here with us, man. This ain't no separation of the situation. You know what I mean?
You act like we skinny or something.
Hey, man, listen, man. We the heavyweights in the city for real though, and we ain't just talking about the weight though. I ain't gonna just know what I'm saying. Hey,
man, you better stop the
I
time,
just lost 40 more, sir.
Okay, that's cool. All right,
40
man,
more,
so you know
sir.
I'm gonna talk crazy to
Yeah.
you. I love you.
Already.
We're gonna say you what you need to know, not what you want to hear.
Y'all hear that, man?
Whoa.
Love, you gotta pull that mic up to you.
All right.
All right, there we go.
Whoa. What's that?
What's happening, y'all?
Man, trying to stay out of trouble, being blessed by the best.
What y'all doing the heavyweight entertainment now, huh?
Heavy Empire.
Heavy Empire. Let me get it right. Get it.
Nah, that's all good.
You heard the
man.
brother just check me, man, on the show.
No,
Look at him, man.
You can't check it. This is your house. We just visiting, bro.
Yeah,
for
man.
real. I
Hey, man,
appreciate
but you know what? Before we get started, man, it's really a pleasure having y'all here.
Thank you.
Because y'all are
thank you.
definitely the people in the city that make so many moves happen without actually trying to get the glorification for the move getting made. You know what I mean?
You can't do that, bro.
You know-
it's in your heart, man.
Yeah.
You ain't got to ask no.
You know,
ain't got
it's
to
a
go
difference
through
between being a person playing the field and being a businessman.
it. I said that the other day, man. You can't be a boss with a boss.
No, you can't
And
do
everybody who says they're a boss really ain't a boss.
that. And they don't want to pay the bills
other,
either.
Other people tell you you're a boss.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So look here, man. Where we gonna start? We got like 30 minutes. I want to make it as influential as possible because, you know, you Lump, you started when I was probably about 15 years old, I believe.
Yeah.
That's when I first met you. I was 15.
You were young. Yeah.
Man, I was a young kid, man. And Lump was the guy, the go-to guy in the world for every major label that was touching from Capitol to Interscope to Universal. If they had any real product to be pushed out or to be placed in anywhere, I seen every artist I've ever seen that was famous because of Lump.
Wow, man, that's a blessing, man. You know, I'm gonna be really honest with you, man. I think God put me in that position just simply I know that God put me in that position because I could handle it, and I looked at it as a job, actually as a career. I never will forget what Suge Knight taught me. Suge Knight said, "Hey, man, when I was working for Death Row, we were in Miami at How Can I Be Down, and he said something to me that I'll never forget. He said, "Hey, man, you don't get checks. I don't give you paychecks."
No, you don't get checks.
I was like, huh? He was like, no, we don't get paychecks. He said, you provide a service, and I pay you for your services. You send me invoices. He said, a paycheck is just that. He said, somebody is paying you to stay in check. So
Man.
I've always applied that mantra to what I'm doing now. Like, I've always tried to stay a step above in the sense that I just try to provide a service, man. And we're service. You know, my other job is, you already know my other job. We get in that later. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's just a blessing to be able to be a servant to people. And I think that when folks actually get to a point in this business that we're in and realize that they're servants and realizing that fans are everything, I tell them all the time, it's a 4-hour climb to the top, but it's a 4-second fall to the bottom.
Man.
And I've been in both places, and they're both overrated. So steady is the course. And once we realize that we are servants in this business, even as an entertainer, if you're gifted and God has gifted you and you turned it into a talent, you got to remember where you come from, because eventually your ride goes on a roller coaster. You go up, you go down. Some people stay the course. But whatever it is that you're doing, you're dealing with people. And when you're dealing with people, you have to treat them accordingly, because if you don't, it's a 4-hour climb to the top and a 4-second fall to the
Yeah,
bottom.
and I can personally say that I know that dealing with folks in the music industry, you don't really never know exactly how far your relationship can go. You don't know exactly what standpoint you're going. Because I mean, if you look at where I come from, I started out trying to rap. Mm-hmm. When I met you, even at the age of 15, my godfather Johnny, he put me in the CEO position.
That's a beautiful thing, though, because look at what he saw in you, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at what he saw in you, and then look at where God has you right now. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like, you
appreciate
got to
that.
think about it. It's a grind, man, and it's like a record. It comes back around. It's like everybody who was hot back then ain't hot no more. They say, oh, he fell off. No, it was just somebody else's turn.
Yeah.
And it comes back around. So you got to be able to understand that it comes back around. So you got to kind of watch conversation, watch how you treat people as it comes back around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to come back.
And that would be the reason why I pretty much learned from Wicked Cricket to show homage to people while they can actually see it.
Do you know who Wicked Cricket's favorite group was?
Who?
Black Menace.
Wow.
Big Boy Records.
Black Menace. It was another group he told me about that was from Houston that started doing gangster rap in Houston first. Man, I wish I could remember this name right now, but yeah.
It'll come to you.
But
I
it
miss
was-
Wicked Cricket, man.
Yeah, I miss with. Let me tell you something. Bro, I miss Wicked Cricket, man.
Yeah, Wicked Cricket was my homeboy, man. I went to go see him in the hospital, went and prayed with him and prayed for him. And, man, I just wish that, well, we're not going to have that conversation on air, but I tried to help him in a really, really special way.
Yeah.
And I had a bed for him at MD Anderson, but the family just decided otherwise. That's a fact. I'm not telling you what I think, but, you know, people make decisions that they make, and I'm just glad the homie ain't in pain anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
And his legacy is definitely missed, but his legacy is still here.
I'm standing right here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm standing right here. And I ain't gonna lie to you. The motto of my show is from Wicked Cricket. It's show love, get love, man. That's the motto of my show. This is a no-hate zone. Wow. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah,
that sounds like, you know what, you just invoked your inner Wicked Cricket and Mean Green at the same
there time. It is. You know, then them both of my OGs, and you know it. Yeah. I want you to tell people like some of the clients that you work for that you actually help get to their successful points in their careers.
Well, I was blessed, man. I got into this business in about 94. I actually started in 89 when I was in college doing car shows with my homeboy Floyd Clark from Surround by Sound. And I showed the box at 18 years old how to do their first car show. There was a guy who worked in the sales department named Clint, and there's a guy who worked there. His name was Chunky D, Deron Sams. He worked at KTSU, and he went over to the box and sales. And he knew I was in the cars, and he helped me. Well, he plugged me with Clint because I was doing car shows. So I showed the box at 19 like a dummy how to do their first car show, and I didn't write myself in. And when they started making millions of dollars before they opened the door, literally millions, I'm not padding the numbers. They were making millions of dollars with Los Magnificos before the doors even opened.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but Screw and I, the legend of the car shows is that even after that happened, Screw and I had a booth at the top of the car show, and this is when he was selling tapes at $10 a tape, and we made $27,000 that day, him selling mixtapes.
I remember that.
No lie.
I remember that. I was a witness.
And it was a beautiful thing, but it taught me a lot. But then after that, one of my best friends in the world, may he rest in peace, is Charles Temple. He owned Big Boy Records.
Big Boy, yeah, I remember.
Big Boy had mystical partners in crime, Black Menace, G Slim, the Ghetto Twins, Insane, Tim Smooth, Silky. My God, Chuck was the pioneer. And you know, you talk about No Limit and you talk about Cash Money, but if Baby and Pete told the real truth.
You can't forget Big Boy Records.
This man sitting next to me who talked me into getting back into the music business, my business partner Boogie, he will tell you that nobody can talk about Chuck not doing it big, and his homeboy Ice Mike, who actually talked Chuck into getting in the business. So it really started with Ice Mike and then the Chuck. But then after that, after working Mystical, the major labels wanted to know who worked Mystical because it was independent. And then my classmate, Tony Draper, Swap House Records, recognized it. And true enough, shout out to Drake. He gave me a job at Relativity because Big D is the one who pulled me in the game, Daryl Jacobs. He taught me what I knew about the game. And me and Big D parted ways. I let some people get in my ear. I made some mistakes along the way.
Yeah.
But Daryl helped me, man. I can never, ever, ever forget that. And then after I got Relativity, I got Columbia. After I got Columbia, I got Universal. After I got Universal, I literally had every record label with the exception. It was two that I didn't have. It was Def Jam because Ace had them, and it was Atlantic.
Man, we ain't seen
Ace is doing. Ace is doing real estate. Ace is doing well. We talk on Instagram whenever there's a big hip hop show. We deal with Ace. Ace is the homie. He was my competition, but it was friendly competition at the time.
I remember when he had got Plies contract for a little while.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, Ace is the homie, man. And then after I worked those major labels, Sylvie Rome wanted to know about Cash Money, and she didn't know that it was right under her street team's nose with Renee McLean, the dude who started Mix Show Power Summit. And she asked me to come up to lecture, and she tried to sign him, but during that time, Time Warner was under the guise of the federal trade, under the FCC about cop killer and all of that.
Yeah.
All of that idea was still there. So she wanted to sign Cash Money, but she couldn't because she said that she was going to change their content. And she didn't want to do that. So she passed. I hooked them up with Wendy Day. Wendy Day literally helped them get their deal. Neither one of them paid me hair or baby. But she finally confessed to it about 6 months ago.
Wendy Day?
Yeah, she told me.
I seen that at South by Southwest.
It's all good. I mean, but I was dumb in the sense that, again, I didn't write myself in. Same way with that car show. You can't be mad at people for handling business the right way. And what I mean by that is if you don't put yourself in a situation to win, then you're going to lose. The music business is set up by rules and regulations. If you don't write yourself in, If you don't get a notarized
piece of paper
that's documented that can be held up in the court of law, then you can't be mad. I can't be mad at Baby. I can't be. If you're gonna be mad at Baby, you gotta be mad at Slim. Everybody mad at Baby.
Yeah, but they not
Everybody
talking
mad
about
at
Slim. Because Slim not in the limelight, so they
But
don't
at the
think
end
about
of the day,
it.
they brothers. They ride in the same car together.
Yep,
so that's
right.
what it is. And you can't be mad at Wendy because she said what she was gonna do. I came from the streets, and I'm not happy to say that, but that's where I came from.
Yeah.
But in the streets, it was a handshake, and if you didn't do what I wanted to do, I'll hit you upside your head, you know, or I did other things.
Yeah.
But that's not in the record business. It's set up by law to literally get you. Anytime you working with 100% of something, and you tell an artist you can give him 7% to 12% back after all the expenses are paid, that's retarded
That's
to begin
retarded.
with. But now, mind you, you rolled the dice.
Yeah.
But they had the talent. But you had the money and the dice to bet with. It's just that you hit point with the artist. But my point
it
is,
should be a 50-50 effort, though.
it is, but you know, I think 50-50 ought to come in after all the bills are paid. That's
Yeah.
just what I think.
Yeah.
But again, I say, after leaving, she hired me at Electra, gave me a bunch of money, and she still allowed me to keep my company. And then after Time Warner after Wheel was dissolved and Electra was gone, it's just a catalog label now. If you notice, it's only Warner and Atlantic. Electra is only a catalog label now.
Yeah.
Sylvia left. She went over to Universal. She stayed away for about a year. And then Doug Morris gave her a job at Universal to run Universal. So she eventually got cash money anyway. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And after that, I stayed away for a couple of years, and then Shannon Henderson, who's the Capitol rep here, and she was the first female to work street teams across the country. She was one of the first, but she was one of the ones who worked Death Row and Bad Boy at the same time. That was crazy. But she worked at Capitol and got pregnant, and she passed the job to me, and they hired me. Gio Bibbins, who runs RCA Gospel now, he hired me to work at Capitol. I worked there for 5 years, and then here we go again with another shrinkage. Virgin and Capitol were on EMI, and so they took the labels and they merged them together. And I was there for the last cut. And Juliet Jones, and I'm gonna mention her by name because I don't shoot slugs. She didn't like me because when we merged groups, when we merged staffs, I beat out my homeboy Juniors because I led the country in spins. It's cool. So she chopped my head off, which was a blessing because 2 weeks later, Kadar Massenberg came and got me. The dude who discovered Kim, Erykah Badu, Joe.
Yeah.
Kadar hired me, and he still owe me $12,000. When I see him, I'm gonna beat him up for real. I'm just being real gangster about that.
Sumoworld, baby. Sumoworld.
All right, you right. You know
Say
what?
it with your chest.
I really, you know what though, bro? That's $12,000 I can't really get back. It's all good. You all good, Kadar. But Joe is my homeboy, and then after that happened, it was Electra first, then Capitol, then Kadar, and then after Kadar, I still had on the level, and then in 2008 the bottom fell out of everything, and I began to hate music. I began to hate everything, and I stepped away for a couple of years. But during that time frame, I ran into a group that Boogie had that was signed to FUBU, and they wound up cutting the deal with Universal. But there was a group called 54 Platoon, and I love this group because N.O. Joe, the producer for Scarface and anything Scarface, N.O. Joe was basically Scarface's Dr. Dre.
And Devins also.
Devins.
Yeah.
So actually, the Rap A Lot sound was kind of formed by N.O. Joe, Mike Dean, and Beto, and Mr. Lee, and Crazy C. But N.O. Joe was the one who walked away with a lot of the Scarface hits that we know. But long of it short, I met Boogie through that. And then about 4 years ago, we met finally physically after knowing each other just through byways. He met me at the barbershop. We was in the barbershop, and I just mentioned something about 54 Platoon. And he was like, he told me who he was, and I was like, wow, the world is small.
Yeah.
And he tried to talk me into getting back into business, and I was like, whatever.
I believe I was one of those guys who would message you and call you all the time,
Yeah.
begging you also to, hey, Lump, we miss you. Hey, Lump, I need you.
Yeah.
Hey, Lump, I need you. Then I went to Lump. What the hell? What you doing, Lump? Lump, it ain't right without you, Lump.
I'm working at the railroad, man. That railroad money is good. I'm a conductor for the BNSF. Boy, look at here. I ain't got to worry about no retarded, crazy artists that want you to be banker. They want you to be counselor. They want you to be financial advisor,
And
babysitter,
father.
driver. Yeah, father. But you live and you learn, and you take the sum total of your experiences, man. And now that's Heavy Empire. You know, on the level, it's still a photography, still a promotions company, but on Heavy Empire,
Yeah.
say, look, man, when I tell you this dude talked me into doing something real, I can't even begin to tell you the stories that we have. I can't even, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let us see that hat.
Oh, Heavy Empire hat? Yeah, this is Heavy Empire hat. And then this is a Heavy Empire. This is the
I'll
house
stand
logo.
up so I can get it. There you go.
Yeah. The Heavy Empire. And, the
And
reason
I
why-
will be having the shirt pretty soon. 'Cause,
Oh,
you know.
yeah, you can have
Yeah.
one. You got
Yeah, we
something
got 'em
coming
coming.
up, so we got some shirts about to get done.
All right.
Hey, Lum, this is AJ representing Houston the right way. I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
What can we expect from Heavy Empire?
The first thing you can expect from Heavy Empire is the best deal in the business. This brother right here sat down, compiled contracts from over 20 years of being in the business. And the first thing that Heavy Empire is doing is this. A lot of people talk family, but we literally mean it. The deals are 70-30 the artist way.
Ooh, that's
first.
unheard of.
Merchandising as well.
Merchandising and the distribution is 70-30 their way.
Yeah, we have worldwide distribution through XLP. I don't know if y'all know about XL, but me and XL was a group. We go way back, and
Bro.
he started a distribution company through Microsoft. Him and Bill Gates, and he has every outlet, every venue you can think. He does all the production for No Limit. When the Beats by the Pound left, he started doing all the production for No Limit. He's worked with some of the top artists. He did Know Your Clap for Juvenile. Matter of fact, he did a couple of tracks for Juvenile Rodeo. He got platinum and gold plaques all over the place. So this stuff that we got right now that we about to put to the world is real deep. And the roster that we have is unbelievable because it's just not rap.
Shout out to my boy Jarrell.
We got rap.
Yeah, we got Jarrell.
Hey,
We got Jarrell. We
I
got
am Jarrell is one of my little brothers.
Matter of fact, Jarrell dumped something last night for us,
Oh my
man.
Hey,
God.
For
listen,
Code Dix, our first artist.
He's
So,
very amazing. His arranging of music is amazing. Actually, he can rap too.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but no.
Don't
Let him
encourage that.
sing.
Don't- Yeah, we
Don't
let
I'm
him
not
sing.
encouraging. I don't encourage. Listen, you can ask him as a big brother. I'm being real. On Sumoworld, I always tell Jarrell, I'm like, nah, bro, your calling is singing and writing to them women, boy.
But
Yeah.
I will say
You
this
do it
though,
so nice.
he writes like a rapper, so I can't be mad at him. I can't be mad at him at all. Like I really can't be mad at him. So my thing with Jarrell is just simply, man, look, just stay, just do this, bro. Please don't do a Tyrese.
Yeah.
And the reason that I say that is because with Tyrese, people even have an issue with it because the Black Rose situation with him was kind of crazy because you don't know if he's gonna sing or he's gonna do R&B.
Yeah.
But let's start over. You asked me what would make us different. What would make us different is I'm literally taking 26 years of real 26 years. Some people inflate their years. It's really 26 years for me of doing this. And then Derek's 20 plus years of doing this, AKA Boogie. Literally not just knowing the business, but applying it, showing my artists how to set up publishing. We won't even deal with your records unless we show you how to set up your publishing. And then in order to understand publishing, before you can publish anything, it has to be copywritten. They have to be copywritten first, so that you have to have something to publish, so that has to be copywritten. We're showing them how to go get their publishing, and we ain't taking a dime of their publishing.
Y'all pay attention. This is free game y'all getting.
So it's incumbent upon me, like say for instance, Cisco right now. Cisco's never been paid for the thong song.
And never will.
Because him and his homeboy had an argument about who wrote it and who has something to do with it. The publishing company wins because they keep the money in an account and collect interest. The money just stays in the account until somebody breaks and says either we're going to split this or you can get this or I lied.
That's right.
But it's gone so long because they didn't handle the business at first. So I tell all artists, when you're in the studio with somebody, man, sign the releases when y'all working. Get all of that done up front.
So
Get
can
the split shit.
Are
We do that with the
y'all
artists.
open to accept any indie artists that are out right now?
That's
Because
what
I
we
have
working.
a whole influx of
But
indie
this is what we
artists coming
doing right now. We have a roster. We mess with everything. So we, like I was trying to explain, we got R&B, we got rap, we have country and western,
That's the key.
we got gospel, we
Yeah.
got a rock band,
And we have a pop group.
and more than likely we're gonna have a Tejano band as well. So we're going to the
Oh,
Latin
my
market.
God.
So it's the way that we structured this. Everybody go win. Everybody go eat.
And then we don't actually have a crowded highway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because even though we have 2 rappers on the label, actually 3 rappers on the label, they all have a different demographic.
Correct.
Code Dix's demographic is different. Graham's demographic is different. And then Cash West demographic is
Cash
different.
West. I just seen some
Cash
line
is the
Cash
homie.
West.
Like, look, let me tell you
Yeah.
something, man. Cash West is one of Houston's best kept secrets, but he went through some situations with some people who really. This is my thing, man, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this.
Sad.
With your chest, boy.
Stop paying people who don't have a track record.
Ooh. Ooh. Hold up. Say it one more time.
Stop paying
paying
people who don't have a track record.
Right.
And stop paying people who do not have your best interest at heart.
Well, you know what? Interest is business. I'm gonna be real with you. That depends on the relationship you have with somebody. But I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm about to shoot a cold cap right now. Like, and I can shoot it because it's fact. There's not one person in the city of Houston, not one person by themselves, not a company, but not one person in this city, except for, I take that back, I lied. It's 2 people who have sold more records than me. And that's Mike Dean and N.O. Joe. But collectively, with my platinum plaques alone, no one has sold 171 million records.
171 million.
You didn't even bring up the 50 cents though.
That's the diamond plaque. We're not gonna talk about the Rockefeller 15 million sold plaque. The diamond plaque that 50 signed. We're not gonna talk about the diamond plaque that MCA got, the Common and the Roots and Shaggy. We're not gonna talk about them plaques. We're not gonna talk about the West Side Connection plaques with Capitol. We're not gonna talk about the Coach Carter soundtracks, the Chingy records at Capitol.
Yep.
We're not gonna talk about all of those records, and I've been blessed. But my point is, I do a devotional every morning, and here's the difference. Going through a bad situation and understanding what you went through is one thing. Knowing the truth and telling the truth are 2 different things. When you know the truth and you know the business, but you don't help somebody and apply the business, shame on you.
That's where you're wrong. And see, we got an unspoken dilemma going on in this city alone. That there are people who have the keys to some gates, right? That claim they have the keys to some gates. Let me say that then.
Yeah.
And they're hesitant to let these younger artists maneuver themselves around those
That has
gates.
a lot to do with self-hate.
Woo!
This out there heavy.
Self-hatred.
See what it is this, because I went through it, you got to go through it too. People call it paying dues. No. You ain't got to pay a dues, man. You pay it forward.
That's right.
Just because I hit my head on that wall don't mean you got to hit your head on the wall, man.
And don't mean I need to let you and sit there and watch you hit your head on that wall.
Though, man, here's the killer and the key is this. Man, what if we just like me and Derek? When Derek said, Boogie said, hey, look, man, we're going to name this Heavy Empire. Everybody knows on the level I've been branding that since I started.
Yeah.
I thought about it for a day. I said, yeah, let's do that. Dog, if you know for a fact that as a team, collectively, we can all win. Everybody has a lane. That's why they got them white lines on the freeway. And when you want to get over, you signal your intention. And people who just get over without signaling intention, you blow their horn and you cussing them out. Everybody got lines in a company, and they stay in their lane. And when they want to get over in another lane, signal your intention. We had an issue yesterday. I won't mention no names of my artists, but this is what happened. We had a situation that came up. Somebody wasn't able to come, but they didn't voice it. If I know the end at the beginning, it's incumbent upon me to share with you, like, hey, look, man, this is how we do this as a family. You let me know what's going on.
Yeah.
And if something changes, even in emergency situations, just let me know. We got too much technology. It takes 5 seconds to text. Hey, look, I'm having a situation. Hit me right back, or I'll hit you back when I can. I understand change. But when people don't voice their intentions, people don't signal their intentions, and they don't let me know what's going on, that's when we have problems. So these people that we call gatekeepers, I'm not mad at them. They're doing their job. And if your job is to hate and to stop other people, that means as artists, what you have to do, and as a record label, what I have to do is I have to go beyond that. Think about this, and I'm here to make a point. If you're under the age of 27 years old, you've never had to physically buy a copy of a CD.
Yeah, they haven't. They don't believe in it.
So now you have to retrain your fan base. You have to let your fan base know this is for sale. We're selling this. And if you love me, you're going to invest in me. If I got 100 fans on Instagram and I can't get $20 out of them once in a year's time frame,
something ain't right.
Something ain't right. Yeah, if you can't turn your what you call your network into net worth, then something's wrong all the way around the board.
And that's the intentions for the contracts that we designed for these artists. It's just a simple fact that I just want them to build to a point where they could have structure, and they can. I'm not knocking your creative concept. I don't get involved in that.
Yeah.
Because anything could pop. You know what I'm saying? We don't. They tell me, hey man, I'm gonna do this.
Nate,
get in the studio. Let's do it. We got a country western artist, and he want Grammy and Cole Dix to be on the song. They're rappers. I said, if you want to, do it. Let's make it happen. And he's writing it. He ready to go.
Right now.
Get in the studio right now and do this.
Yeah, and do the work.
Yeah, so what I like that we have with the roster, that we have eager talent. They're eager. They're willing to go out their way, any kind of way, to make things happen.
Yeah.
And that's what we didn't have a problem with Code Dix.
See, that's the thing I tell people, especially the artists that come to see me, right? They're like, hey, OG, this, that, another, whatever. I'm like, yo, look, listen to this here. The first thing that has to happen with any artist is your work ethic has to belong to you.
Correct.
It has to belong to you. You have to be the person that puts yourself in position to make somebody else want to put you in a different position.
Correct.
Because if you don't push yourself, then what are we going to do to work for? How can we give you a job and you want to wake up and do nothing? If you don't wake up early in the morning just to wake up and see what you're going to do for the day, then 9 times out of 10, you're not serious about anything you're doing. All right, you got to wake up in the morning. You got to stay motivated before a label get to you and want to drop some money behind your project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't invest money in yourself off top, then no one believes you anyway.
And here's the funny part about that. I really don't want to put our business out there, but the Code Dix project, it was already funded when we got it.
Exactly.
He brought the project to us.
I have never been to a major record label, and the artists in which they are presenting didn't already have the music presented before they got to the major label.
Mind you, hold on now. Okay,
though.
yeah, mind you, I'm going to tell you how God works, too. There was a couple of things that he didn't have on the album. And we got the Wizard on the track.
K. Reno.
Say, man, let me tell you something, man.
I can't wait for him to come.
The video shot, we just got the video back.
He coming to the show, all right? I can't wait for him to come here, man.
Ask K. Reno about, well, I'm going to let K. Reno talk about that. Put it like this, I'm here to give K. Reno a gift. You know, on the 17th, I gave him an award. I gave K. Reno, Big D, Tony Draper, and Jay Prince awards. I gave him a Pioneer Award, and I gave them Legendary Awards. K. Reno is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. When Scarface says what he said,
Jay-Z said it.
But Scarface too. So I think Scarface is better than Jay-Z because Jay-Z, Scarface is in Jay-Z's top 5.
Yeah.
So, and Scarface has been doing this for 30 years. This year marks 30 years. So I just, K. Reno is the wizard. But long over short, K. Reno, man, let me tell you something, man. K. Reno blessed us
with a verse.
But what we doing right now, man, K. Reno, like, you can't pay for that. Like, you cannot pay for what K. Reno did. And then we had Jay Lacey last night do something for our artists, and I'm not telling nobody else nothing. I'm just gonna say Jay Lacey. He mixed Trap Queen for Fetty Wap. He's mixed. He works for 300. That's Leo Cohen and Kevin Lyle's situation. But he did something for us last night that he didn't have to do, man. And I can't say what he did, but he did something for us last night. And I met him back when he had first started his career at 7303 before Rapper Like got that studio. Had no idea that this young man had went on and did what he's doing. But, man, let me tell you something. When you do the right thing, first of all, I asked God, could I do this again? Because I didn't want to do it without his permission.
Yeah.
My man came back
Jay.
from Jay Lacey.
Okay. Yeah.
That same Jay.
All right.
My man came back down here, and he literally, he joined our church, and it was like after Boogie joined our church. But when I tell you,
with the pop,
everything just
falling in order.
I'm talking about things like, we're going to have to tell a whole story at another time on a documentary where we can make some money from it.
Now, look, listen to me. I want us to continue going. Be honest with you, though, but we got like maybe 3 more minutes for the show.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Man, look, y'all letting us do what we need to do.
Hey, listen, I want to give y'all something from me, all right? Both of y'all, Boogie called me and check on me all the time, make sure I'm cool. You call me with inspiration. You're always on my back about this weight. Reason why another one of my people in my corner is making sure that I get my health down.
The reason why I'm telling you, the reason why we like this right now, I got a situation that nobody really know that I have. I lost my kidneys 4 years ago. I do dialysis Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I got to go this evening and be on the machine for 6 hours. And I don't let it get to me because I do what I got to do. I'm fighting to get a kidney.
But you asked what was different in the label? Tell her what we doing with the label.
Doing the label, we're going to take this money, I'm going to buy me a kidney.
But what we're also doing with that, too, is that when he structures the contracts, we'll be offering health insurance for our artists.
Yeah, we have health insurance. We have AFLAC,
brand new.
Disability. Plus, we're working on. We're going to work on as well as life insurance. You have free life insurance up to $25,000.
Well, see, I'm going to be honest with y'all.
They're not giving this to these artists.
The labels always have life insurance on the artists.
But that's what
they've
the other
never
way.
had health insurance.
No,
on
that's beneficial.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day we could get it straight, be the 401k, so.
Y'all make sure y'all leave me y'all information. So
no doubt. And this, look online, the website is still under construction, but it's heavyempireinc.org.
Yeah.
I'm
on
Heavy
Instagram,
Beats.
Heavy Beats.
Lump. And then here's the other thing too. Let me do this since we ain't got but a short amount of time. Everybody's asking what's next. We really being quiet because you know, there's a lot of hatred in the city, but a hater ain't nothing but a confused cheerleader.
You ain't lying.
A no ain't nothing but a confused yes. And the thing that people don't understand now, social media gives you a false sense of fan base, I should say that.
Yeah, it does.
And until you get out here and people want to be direct with you, they want to have contact with you, they want to touch you, they want to feel you, they want to see you. And a lot of these cats only have social media, so the difference that we have is this. We actually know how to make a record work from the ground up. So we're actually ready to do in-stores. We can ready to have download parties.
What I
getting ready to do all of
Los,
that.
I hope you're watching, Los. SUC Los. I hope you're watching this, man.
And we having a release party. Also, we're going to have a Lump birthday coming up July 21st.
Yeah.
We have a big pool party.
Good old
we going
Leo,
all out. Then my birthday in September. We have an all blue party. I mean, you need to just go
It's a
get
bunch
it in.
of things.
Yeah,
And then we
man.
doing these in-stores all around. Like I smoke cigars. So we're going to be doing them at the cigar shops all around town because that's the big thing. We'll be in beauty salon. We got clean edits. We got things that we need to do for these acts that people are not doing. But Code Dix, hate it or love it, will be in stores in the fall, right when school starts. But his single, the first one is called The Hard Way, featuring Graham and K. Reno.
Yeah.
And then I'm Coolin' is going to be his real single, but this is Houston. This is the South. People mess up on their first record, you find potholes. So we going to find a record that no doubt you can't deny that first, and then the real single is second. Everything is for sale. I'm not giving away nothing. If you tell me you love me, that means you're going to invest in me. I don't care if it's $2. If you don't want to give me $2, then I'm fine with you, and I'm not angry with you. But if you love me, then fine. And then we don't even mind people who going to jump on the bandwagon because Boogie and I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you're not going to do me like you did to Travis Scott. You're not going to tell me he had to go somewhere else and come back home. I'm going to do it right here in the city.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it right here in the city.
And that's what we giving. And then we want to move a little bit forward. I got to take it back home. I'm from New Orleans, so I got to take it back home, put the city back on the map, and get our people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, man, it's a blessing.
Thank you, Smoke.
You know what I'm saying? These are my conglomerates right here, all right? Y'all know this family, all right? You know what I'm saying? They came to Sumoworld, show love. Say, man, the words of Wicked Cricket, show love, get love. Make sure y'all tune in Monday. I'm going to have Big Baby Flavor in the building. And guess what? We're going to keep on working, man. It's going down, man.
Empire.
Hold up.
Heavy.